Friends, again, another amazing podcast episode coming to you. This is Joy Anderson with Preschool All Stars, and I'm here with Quinn Cooper. She also went to the Phoenix Journey last week and had a transformative experience. So, Quinn, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, hello.
So, friend, tell us a little bit about what you were struggling with before you came to the Phoenix Journey.
So my biggest moments right now have been surrounding my inability to thrive in my business the way I felt like I should have been, the way I felt like I just felt like the grind was grinding forever. Like, how long am I supposed to be grinding before I see results? Why aren't we full? Why haven't I exceeded these 2 classes? What's going on? Like, everybody else is saying, oh my God, I can't find people. And here I am with people to hire and no children for them to teach. What is going on? And it became so overwhelming, so frustrating, so discouraging, that I really just found myself dwelling on it constantly.
And then you came to the Phoenix Journey, not really knowing what to expect. You thought you'd learn some cool things, I imagine. Walk us through your experience there.
Okay, so yeah, coming to the Phoenix Journey, not knowing what to expect. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll come. And I think initially I was like, this is going to be on fire ways to make my preschool be the most bestest of the most awesomest preschools that there ever was in life. Yay! Right. And that's what I was expecting. And like day one, that was shattered because I learned that my preschool is an extension of me. It has nothing to do with the preschool. And that frankly, it wouldn't have mattered if you had taught me how to get, if you would have taught me how to get every single kid in Burleson, Crowley, and Fort Worth in that building.
Yeah.
In fact, it wouldn't even matter if those children actually came. What I learned during my time at our retreat, during the Phoenix Journey, and y'all, and when you say like retreat, that is truly what it was. It was not a conference. It was actually like Monday motivation. For those that have ever been a preschool all-star, they know what that is. A Monday motivation on steroids. I came out of it just in day one, confused about who I was. And heck, I've been me for 37 years. So what? You know?
Right.
It was amazing because it wouldn't have mattered if I had 1 billion children in that building. If I had a waiting list that was down the street and around the corner, Joy, it wouldn't have mattered if I had not started doing the work that I'm doing right now because of the Phoenix Journey.
Wow. What frameworks were you learning that are transforming you right now?
So the most obnoxious one had to have been the start of the destructive habits.
Yep.
Because initially I thought I was really good. Like I was really good because, I'm an English major. So as you started going through those things, I was like, oh, I know this stuff. We do this stuff when we write. I can do this.
Yeah.
Except I never came to the realization that the journey is actually you as a human. And as you spoke, there were times that I wanted to cry. As you were teaching, there were times that I wanted to cry because I was seeing my life as a motion picture.
Wow.
And there were moments, and I can distinctly remember a few of them that, could have caused my marriage to end. And moments now that I'm looking at it today, and what I was experiencing before I got there could have been the second coming of the divorce. That could have been, and if I didn't get it together,
right,
I could cause so much detriment to my family. And if there's anything that we as women do, we just do it for our family.
Yeah.
So after you've had, oh my God, you remember saying, you say you'll die for your kids, but will you live for them? You remember, I know you probably remember saying that because that was a day that I feel like I don't know your house, but I think you might've been just sitting against the wall saying, y'all get it. We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
We cannot keep avoiding. And my biggest thing is the avoidance and not being able to acknowledge truly what it was. And over the past 3 days, I had to force myself to acknowledge that y'all wasn't living my life right. And until I did that, every test in that area was going to fail.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of not passing the same test that I've been taking since I was 19.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Right.
I just didn't know. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Just to be honest, I had no idea. I didn't know what to expect, but I dang sure wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, we talked about if you don't learn the lesson the first time, you'll keep repeating the lesson until you learn it. So if you felt like you're cycling in certain areas of your life, just you're giving up over and over on yourself, the same problem is coming up over and over. Why is it still coming up? There's a lesson to be learned, right? So you mentioned overcoming destructive, addictive habits, and that's based on, the 6 human needs. And so, have you identified like, man, there's some stuff in my life that if I can get this figured out, holy cow, like I'm free. Have you identified some of that?
Absolutely. So when I was saying that my biggest issue was obviously the worrying about why can't I fill this building? If I had the children in that building, that's a $600,000 a year business. The business in itself could be huge. I saw, but it's not going to be huge until I figure out how to deal with my money. So we sat down and we're talking about these destructive habits. And I was like, well, the thing that I'm really bad at is, money. Like I spin. I'm a spinner.
Yeah.
Right. So I learned that, first of all, that is actually a symptom of my actual habit. My actual destructive habit is actually my avoidance.
Right.
It took 2 days to discover that.
Yeah.
But again, if I had all the children in the building and I remember writing my goal, you're like, what is that you want to do? And I'm like, I want financial freedom. If I could just be financially free.
Yeah.
I can have all the money that I want and I can do whatever I want to do. But y'all remember that story? Maybe not. There's a story in the Bible regarding the talents and whether you're burying in them or you're doing what you're supposed to do with them. I was never a good steward of my finances. Why on earth would the Lord give me anything? He doesn't give us more than we can bear, right?
Right.
That's the reason why I never filled more than those 2 classes.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't bear the money that he was going to give me.
Yeah.
It took 2 days for me to figure out why I couldn't fill my building.
Wow.
But I got it now.
Yeah.
If he says to pick up your cross and to follow him, then that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Laying other things down beside you, I had to do that. And in that area, I had to pick up my cross and follow. Joy, I could not, I know that it may sound crazy to others. This is not a cult. We are not a cult. We are a preschool family, but we have a leader who does what a lot of us don't want to do, which is acknowledge when we need to move. And when you move, something happened and it shifted in the atmosphere, and it happened to a lot of us. Yeah. A lot of us started experiencing some things that are happening in the supernatural realm that only we can attack. But if we can name them,
yes.
If we can name them, we can speak to them.
Yep.
And for those of us that are, followers of Christ, and Jesus encountered the enemy and devils on so many levels. He said, what is your name? And he said, I'm Legion, for I am many. And he said, Legion, get away from me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If I could acknowledge, oh goodness, I have this issue with avoidance, but I've overcome it. When it's time for me to bring something to my husband, I can say, hubby, I need to. When it's time for me to bring forth something with just an employee. Yeah. You know what? I need you to. Yep. Instead of going all the way around it, I'm able to acknowledge it. Yes. Man, in 2 days.
Oh,
I feel like a whole new Quinn. Who is she? Who is that girl over there? Hey, you. How you doing? I like her.
Quinn, That's the true you. That's the true you, girl. Love it. I mean, you were amazing before, but dang, I can't wait to again, continue to get to know the true you. So I got another question for you. So now that you've gone through the Phoenix journey, had a transformative experience, just 3 days, what's your outlook for the future now?
So I've already started planning. I literally, so we have certain amounts of accountability between our sisters.
Yeah.
And my unofficial official big sister said, hey, what are you doing? Like, what are your goals this week? And I said, by Wednesday, I need to have 1, 2, 3 done. By Saturday, I need to have 4, 5, and 6 done.
Amazing.
And those things are actually things that I was building from your frameworks. I have already started. I did my grocery list. I sat down and I dealt with money today.
Yeah.
I looked at where I'm going to put elements. Where are we going to put our staff meetings? Where am I going to meet with, where am I going to meet with my husband?
Yeah.
That's the thing that scares me the most. How is it that you still the person you love and cherish, but you're afraid to talk to him about certain things? Where does that happen? And you know what? I feel good about not avoiding it. Because today I'm able to plan accordingly. And if I can plan accordingly, then I can have accordingly.
Love that.
So I'm already making those changes in my life. Yeah. My babies were like, what happened this morning? with where's the food? And I was like, we're having oatmeal.
Yeah. Yeah.
There will be no donuts today.
No donuts.
No donuts today. And they were like, what? So I let them, and you remember you talked about what you do on Sundays, and I let my boys help me for the first time. They made their own oatmeal. They're 3, soon to be 3 and 4, and they made their oatmeal. We put it out, and we did it as a family because this is why we do it. We do it for our family.
Yes.
Man, I'm so grateful for this experience, and I can't wait to see who I am, and I can't wait to see how many tests I passed. And of course, I know that there will be failures, but I know that I'll be able to, hey, progress state, and pick up where I left off. Y'all don't know what that is yet, but you will.
That's awesome. And Quinn, if anybody is, coming through the Phoenix journey, what do you have to say to them?
I would say if you truly want transformation in your life and you are ready to take those steps, this is your first one. And when you take one step, the rest of them follow. And it's literally going to be like it's going to feel like a Spike Lee movie. I don't know if they know what that is. You're just going to be moving towards the screen. You're going to move towards the screen of your life. And you're going to be able to watch this dynamic character that you are be the best character in the book that you are writing. And that's your life. You are getting to be the designer of your own fate with such a program. Y'all do it. Step out on faith, but more importantly, step out on something that's foundational that works.
Love that. Well, Quinn, you're awesome, girl. Have a great night and enjoy that sunshine.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.